Okay, good morning, everyone. We are going to proceed with our discussion about group dynamics now. So, this is the topic, group dynamics. But before I formally start with my discussion, I would like to introduce to you the four main objectives in studying this topic. Number one, we have differentiate formal and informal groups. Number two, we have describe each stage in the development of a group. And the third, we have explain the nature of transactional analysis. And number four, we have uh, here give examples for both assigned and emergent rules. Okay. So, but first, before we're going to discuss everything, of course, we have to differentiate first what is actually mean or what is actually the meaning of group dynamics. Now, it is composed of a compound word. No, as we notice. So of course, Diri, since we're discussing about an industrial setting, so we have to tackle first now what is group. Okay. So of course, what will come up to your mind when we talk about group? So of course, surely we're going to think that it is composed of different people having different personalities. So that is group. Aside from personalities, of course, different people having different levels of intelligence. So muna no nya gingon diri nga a group can be defined as several individuals who come together to accomplish a particular task or a goal. That is the very basic, no? And then a group can be defined as several individuals who come together to accomplish a particular task or goal. So same, no? That is the meaning of group. What about dynamics? So before anything else, to give you an additional information, dynamics comes from a Greek word which means force. So of course, if we are to integrate that one into our subject, of course, coming from different people, because force is actually representing different people having different intelligence and personalities. Okay, so they are being combined together. So, the group dynamics involves the influence of personality, power, and behavior on the group process. So, of course, on the later part, we're going to discuss how group is being formed. No, so it's the relationship between individuals conducive to achieving the group's goals. So, of course, um, this is very applicable in industrial psychology, wherein uh, we will be dealing, no, of course, right after you graduated, of course, you are going to apply for a job, and then in that particular organization where you opted, no, to join, nanilinlain sa diha no na mga existing na mga trabahante na daan. So, okay, here are the big questions, no, that may anchor to the minds of individual. Number one is the relationship between individuals conducive to achieving the group's goals. So ang relationship between individuals ba is actually unified, no, sa in achieving the group goals. So of course that is important because in every organization, of course, there is always a goal, no. Number two is the structure and size of the group, an asset in pursuing both the task and maintenance functions of the group. So of course it talks about how many people are you in that particular organization. Okay, sizes, no, we're varied from different sizes. Unsa mga size, sir? Medium, large? uh, Generally yes, but it's speaks about how many are you in that particular organization. So ang ato abang distant to each other, the cohesiveness, ang ato ang like for example, if you are layo-layo og jutay or dugol ra ba mo, we should also consider about the communication, the availability of the uh, communication, no? Kung duol ra, of course, we can expect that they can easily communicate about the task. Next, how is formal and informal power used to build consensus of each or reach decisions? So of course, the formal and informal power that is coming from the formal group and informal group. So of course, there is also a specific degrees, no, coming from the study that supports about unsa ka seryoso, no, ang usa ka particular group or a particular group of people, how serious they are, how functional they are, how effective they are in solving problems, okay, or in making decisions. Does the combination of individuals produce the right culture? So it's something very technical, no? Uh, Next, how these individuals, cultures, and internal forces interact allows us to analyze and better understand group effectiveness. Okay, so here, nag-introduce, no? Before we proceed, introduce dire, we have the formal and informal group. But before that one, of course, I would like to share this one to you about the nature of group dynamics. So group dynamics, no, refers to the attitudinal and behavioral characteristics of a group. So the social process by which people interact in a group environment. And of course, part of that, the influences of personality, power, and behavior also happens. No? So group dynamics concern how groups form their structure and process and how they function. So group dynamics also relevant in both formal and informal groups of all types. Now, why is it that the group dynamics is very important in an organization? So of course, we have to understand, no, na in an organizational setting, groups are very common. That is very common. Like for example, the assignment by department is an example of groups or grouping people, no? Like for example, shall we say they are from the production department, we have from the HR department, na yung mga inana, no? Uh, so like for example, in the customer service representative in a ano saan in a BPO setting, so of course, na po yung mga customer service representative, we also have technical supports. Aside from that, they're also being grouped by accounts. So makaingon kita no nga na gyud groups is grouping is very essential. Now, in addition also, this is the purpose of grouping the people. Why do we need to group? Why do we have why don't we have to embrace, no, kaning gitawag na to og the independent? Of course, let us understand, no. I will give you something about the famous saying that says or that states, uh, two heads are better than one. And obviously, that was being supported. Of course, there are particular objectives, particular tasks being assigned to people that cannot be performed by a single person. No, of course, there are tasks that actually requires different talents, different skills from the people. So, mo na siya, no? Mo nagingon po, there is no monopoly of ideas. So, puno kay taan ano nga mga understanding. So here, groups and teams can, number one, we have enhanced performance. Number two, increase responsiveness to customers. So of course, no, enhanced performance, yes, because a single person, naturally, a single person can learn, no, if he undergoes a training coming from the expert. So like there is an exchange of ideas that happens. So the idea that is actually naa ng particular nga tao, pwede man niya i-share to the other person. Just like our boss, no? Na sila vision, na sila mga ideas that cannot actually be overlooked from an ordinary employee. Okay? Next, we have increased responsiveness to customers. So of course, kung daghan, kung ah, dali, no, kung daghan mas mapadali ang trabaho. So just like for example sa Jollibee, okay? There is a person who is actually assigned to answer calls coming from the caller or the customer. And there is that delivery person who will there is a cooker, there's also a cashier, no, who will take account to the amount of the purchase order. And then there is a person who will serve as a carrier or mo na siya mo serve ana to the customers. Number three, we have increase innovation. So innovation, what by what means? So of course no, nay uban no nga, this is the standard no? And then there is that particular or there is that person nga very idealistic kaayo no nga on the same time no, though it was already provided, the mediums of the demands nga kanabang atong ihatag nga service is already there, but there is that someone na pwede siya makahatag og extra service, extra satisfaction, extra kung ano nga extra nga service jud nga iyang mahatag sa mga tao. So next we have increased motivation and satisfaction. So of course, increased motivation and satisfaction. Yes, because way back from the previous discussion that we have about work stress, of course, if you are experiencing an overload task, maka kuan, logically, maka minus gina siya sa atong kadasig, no? Kay mahurot naman atong kusog. Unlike anang daghanta, nga pwede na to ma-delegate ang task. Okay? So here, in addition also to support that one, the importance of group in organization. So groups typically outperform individuals when the tasks involved require a variety of skills, experience, and decision making. So also, it is being supported that groups are often more flexible and can quickly assemble, achieve goals, and disband or move on to another set of objectives. Yes, true to that, no? Yeah. Gingon pod, groups have many motivational aspects and so on and so forth. So, of course, part of that is what we call group development. So, as applied to group development, group dynamics is concerned with why and how groups develop. So, ano di ay, no? Siguro, no, kamo po sa inyong mind, you might be thinking about why is it that the group was developed? Anong kaya nga pa man maggrupo? So, it was supported by theory. We have the classic theory, social exchange theory, and social identity. Excuse me, theory. Okay, so let us tackle about the classic theory. Classic theory is actually developed by George Homans. So suggests that groups develop based on activities, interactions, and sentiments. So, mingon tag sentiments class, something with for a purpose. Something the people are actually gathered themselves together for a cause, for a purpose. The theory means that when individuals share common activities, they will have more interaction and will develop attitudes, positive or negative, toward each other. So, why? Of course, normally, no, na positive, negative, because though we are being grouped together, we cannot deny the fact that we will undergo this what we call human competition. So, human is actually competitive, no, by its means. Ang tawag yun, no, because of our physiological needs, because of our biological needs, we cannot deny the fact unconsciously that we are going to compete with bisag kauban na to, no? Of course, we also have this what we call social exchange theory. So individuals form relationship based on the implicit expectation of mutuality, beneficial exchanges based on trust and felt obligation. So of course, we have different obligations as a human being, no? So social exchange theory, it actually supports that mo nagingon class, no, as a very simple view lang kay class akong uh, i i-set in, no, ang idea ni Jean-Jacques Rousseau, no, nga no man is an island. So of course, no one can stand alone all by itself. So sa social exchange theory, of course, we are going to interplay for what? For what cause? For us to be benefited mutually. So thus a perception that exchange relationship will be positive is essential if individuals are to be attracted to and affiliate with a group. So next, it was also supported. This is what we call social identity theory. So this theory suggests that individuals uh, get a sense of identity and self-esteem based upon their membership in salient groups. So of course, dili pod giingon po, no, The nature of the group may be demographically based and culturally based or organizationally based. So mo na gingon sa social identity theory no nga ang uban from the word itself identity, so ang uban they are going to kani class ang basic concept ani class no kay gingon nga uh, uh, birds with the same feather flock together, no. Sometimes of course our personality can obviously be determined by the people whom we group with, no. Sa asa ta dapita mo kuyog, no. And then aside from that also sa group pod sa social identity theory pod, the people has to kana bang join with a group in order to dili lang no kanang binati nga panlantaw, but of course kanay bang ingani nga idea ba nga I have to join that group of people because I know they are intelligent, just to measure myself, no, how much I can do, no, or just to measure myself kana bang kaya ba nako no makipagsabayan ani mga tawhana. So by that means of course you can actually discover no who you truly are. Okay, so nakuha naman to no. Next, of course no sa social identity theory iha pong gipasabot no nga social identity sa individuals are motivated to belong to and to contribute to identity groups because of the sense of belongingness and self-worth membership in the group imparts. Yes, that's what I discussed no a while ago. Now of course you have to blend with the group, no, in order to what to find yourself, no, and also to discover no your self-worth because usay no it is very painful to mabanda ng uban nga they are going to resign from their work because they can actually feel no that they don't belong to the particular organization, to that particular group of people. Why? He was being isolated. So mo na pinaka-simple kay nga thought about social identity theory. Okay? So here we are going to proceed with the two different types of group. We have the formal and informal groups. Now, what is formal groups? So formal groups, no, is actually established by an organization to achieve organizational goals. No, may take the form of pwede siya, no. It can actually be formed through command groups, task groups, functional groups. Uh, Now we are going to proceed. No, command groups are specified by the organizational chart and often consist of a supervisor and the subordinates that report to that supervisor. So an example of a command group is an academic department chairman and the faculty members in that department. So of course, mo na siya example sa command group which is the product of formal groups no nga kana sila nga na mga tao or kana nga person is actually appointed to that particular position for a purpose of uh ano same no they have to functionalize with their job and also to make reports to their immediate supervisor. So that is the command group. We have the functional group, which is the second, created by the organization to accomplish specific goals within a unspecified time frame. So ang nakalahian ni class ang span of time and the span of obligation. So diri unspecified time frame both pasabot naging on the day remain in existence after achievement of current goals and objectives. So example, a marketing department. Next, we have informal groups. They are created for purpose other than the accomplishment of organizational goals and do not have a specified time frame. So informal groups can have a strong influence in organizations that can either be positive or negative. So an informal groups is considered also unofficial or emergent groups that evolve in the work setting to gratify a variety of member needs not met by formal groups. So example of informal groups, interest group, friendship group, reference group. So we have the interest groups, so usually continue over time and may last longer than general information, general informal groups, sorry. Members of interest groups may not be part of the same organizational department, but they are bound together by some other common interest. Friendship groups are formed by members who enjoy similar social activities, political beliefs, religious values, or other common bonds. So reference group, a type of group that people use to evaluate themselves. So according to Charrington, the main purpose of the reference groups are social validation and social comparison. Okay? Social validation allows individuals to justify their attitudes and values, while social comparison helps individuals evaluate their own actions by comparing themselves to others. To make the long story short, of course, when we say formal groups, of course, those groups are actually established by means of ano man, formal appointment. Or like for example, shall we say mingon ta, we are going to create an organization, or we are going to create a group of people, no, nga naadyo mga naadyo sila yung mga specific nga mga functions. Like for example, shall we say you are the secretary, from president, no? Ang example na, like for example, if we are going to elect an officers in the classroom, so they are formal groups because they are those people who are formally selected, no, to serve uh for the entire, no, to the entire semester or year. Whereas ang informal groups, um kuan lang sila, no, appointee, mga appointed people. Just like for example, shall we say when a particular person, no, assign task to people, onya automatically there are people who are going to volunteer. So of course they are part of informal groups. Now, even those people actually, kuan lang gino ka bang by means of voluntary presentation of oneself ba? Nana. No nga murag imong okay, ako na lang kay para di malangay, no? Or else the other people who are actually who think, no nga murag medyo influential sila and medyo murag idealistic sila compared to the rest, because it cannot be denied to the fact nga once matipok ang tanang tao, so of course they themselves na ginay usano nga usano maana ta nga magpasay ata ba nga kamao sila. But that is part of informal groups, no? Now, of course, ang kaning formal and informal groups, since we're talking about groups, we also have this what we call group structure and size. Now, unsa man ni silang group structure and size? Very simple, no? Mingutag sa group structuring, of course, um, kung ano, na sila mingutag structurally, nagi proseso, no? There's a process. There is an organized way, no, on how they are formed. Mingutag sizes, of course, obviously, dili ingon nga kung ano, but we have to mention about the numbers of people in that particular group. So, in the structuring class, we have this what we call the 5 stages, very famous, no? So, nagingon dire, uh, according to the book, so effective group performance depends to a large extent on the size and composition of the group. So a group may consist of as few as two people, no, giving credibility to the statement that two heads are better than one. So in order to be effective, group size should be kept to a minimum without jeopardizing workload and goal achievement. So larger groups increase in the possibility of conflict due to the variety of viewpoints, few opportunities for the development of social relationships, a decrease in participation levels, and lack of opportunity for individual recognition. Now, let me tell you this one, no. Siguro if I have a lot of time, of course, I can actually um discuss this one, no, bit by bit for you to understand better. Especially kaning gitawag na to class of variety of viewpoints. Uh, of course, normally in a group, of course, when there are a lot of people, no, or you have that bigger number of people in a particular group, a lot of people will surely give their viewpoints, or kanabang ilang huna ba mo share sila, no, medyo samok medyo saba. That is the reason why, of course, instead of uh, mo na siya nahimong kuan mo siya ni bad side sad. Though on the other side, we can say nga kung dako to ng group, mas dali na to mabuhat ang task. But in the aspect or in the study of psychology, that can also be a factor wherein pwede no nga ang usa ka particular group cannot be productive as expected because ang uban mura magkuan naman sila no magampa-ampa na sila kana bang magtutulod-tulod na sila ba no o kinsa naghimo ato or else it is so hard for them to make a decisions, especially katong if you are familiar no with the previous discussion that we have katong different leadership styles and the pros and cons, so that this is the product of it no. Nag-ingon nga of course when there is a lot of members, surely kung na i-propose nga idea, a lot of people also, no, you can expect that a lot of them will also criticize or a lot of them will also make comments. So that is the reason why there is a delay of decision making.